last chapter in the plant kingdom, in previous lecture, I told you about the division algae. Today, I will discuss about the division Bryophyta or bryophytes. Here, the term bryophytes, which generally made by the Greek word as two big words. One is called as bryon. Bryon means mass, and another Greek word as called as phytes. Here, phyton means plants. It means in the bryophytes mainly study of mass plants take place according the Greek meaning. Here, bryophytes, which generally considered as the amphibian of plant kingdom. Bryophytes known as amphibians of plant kingdom. As in the plant kingdom, the place of bryophyte as division. So, amphibians of plant kingdom name has given for bryophyte because bryophyte can survive on the land beside water or moist soil. That is why the term amphibian of plant kingdom apply. Bryophyte generally studied by the scientists, different scientists, as the one scientist which is famous scientist, Professor Shivram Kashyap, in abbreviation SR Kashyap, considered as the father of Indian bryology. Father of Indian bryology is Professor Shivram Kashyap. But question arises, what is bryology? In bryology tells us about the study of bryophytes called as bryology. So, you study about the meaning of the bryology, in which we study about the bryophytes like liverworts, hornworts, and different types of moss plants. Here, important characteristics of bryophytes. Characters of bryophytes. Bryophytes have many important characters which I discuss here. A first important character of bryophytes is plant body. Plant body is thyroid. Plant body is thyroid. As what is means of thyroid? This is the question. It means root, stem, and leaf are not differentiated. So, if the root, stem, and leaf are not differentiated in the plant, such type of plant body is called thyroid, which is present in the bryophytes. Second important character for bryophytes is such plants grow mostly in the grow mostly in the humid, moist soil and in the shade. Shade means छाया, जहां छाया रहेगी, ह्यूमिड कंडीशन, नम कंडीशन रहेगी, और मॉइस्ट सॉइल मीन्स नम मृदा रहेगी, ऐसे प्लांट्स वहां पर ग्रो करेंगे। थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स इज गैमेटोफाइट जनरेशन। गैमेटोफाइट जनरेशन मीन द haploid structure which is shown by N. Gametophyte generation is dominant in the bryophyte. Why gametophyte generation is dominant? Because sporophyte means which generally has the diploid cell. Sporophytes absorb nutrition or nourishment from the gametophyte plant. Gametophyte plant in the bryophyte as green plant. Fourth important character is in the bryophyte generally dorsal surface has many air chamber. Dorsal surface has many air chambers which separate by the photosynthetic filament, which take part in the photosynthesis. So bryophyte, a division of kingdom Plantae, which are autotrophic in the nature, but ventral surface has many rhizoids. Rhizoids means in the bryophyte root is absent. So for absorption of water and mineral, rhizoids present, means structure for water absorption. Structure for water absorption is called rhizoids, which is present at the ventral surface. Sixth important position is dichotomous branching. Dichotomous branching is found in the liverwort. In the class liverworts, means class name is Hepaticea. Generally, the dichotomous branching is found in the liverworts, means as good example of liverworts is here. One example is Riccia and the example is Markensia. Riccia and Markensia are called as liverworts, belong to the class Hepaticea. And seventh important character is presence of male reproductive structure as in the form of antheridium on the antheridophore. Antheridium present on the antheridophore. Another important character is female reproductive part, which is archegonium. Archegonium found or present at archegoniophore. So antheridophore and archegoniophore are stalk-like structure. These are stalk-like structure. Next important character of bryophytes is the antherozoid. Antherozoid means the male gamete. Antherozoid means male gamete, which is haploid in nature. Generally, antherozoid shows chemotactic movement. Here, chemotactic movement means antherozoid move towards the egg cell or towards the archegonium part, which is female part, by the or through the water. Through water. Water means as medium. So antherozoid's movement reaches to the female reproductive structure called archegonium through water by the effect of the mucus-like fluid secreted at the tip part of neck canal of archegonium, which attract the haploid male gamete, which has two flagella. So it is called antherozoid, which develop in the antheridium, which is called as male reproductive structure in the bryophyte. 10th important character is there is no meiosis. Meiosis means the division which occurs in the diploid cell. As a result of this, 4 cells produces, which are haploid form. But in the zygote, meiosis division does not take place. So there is no meiosis in zygote. Zygote is diploid cell. It means zygote has a gap in the producing haploid cell in the archegonium. As archegonium, which after fertilization attach with the gametophyte plant, so the development of the sporophyte occur on the gametophyte. This is important property of the bryophyte. Here, gametophyte generation is dominant because sporophyte absorb nourishment from the gametophyte as green plant. Green plant means thallus. Thallus structure. Sometime in the case of hepatitis C, in which class Riccia and Markensia belong, which only has foot part. In the Anthocerotes, foot and capsule present. In the sporophyte, in the Massai, which is the developed form of the bryophyte, food seta and capsules are present. So there is no meiosis in zygote as soon as unlike other type of plant. Another important character is, that is 11th character. Here there is diplobiontic life cycle present in the bryophyte. Haplodiplo life cycle means the haploid phase present first, on which diploid phase depend, and the 12th very important point is bryophyte has less economic important but important of the bryophyte as soil breaker or soil erosion protect. Next one, as first soil developer with lichen. Lichen, as you know, a type of combination of fungal and algal partner. Bryophyte, which generally decompose the rocks and develop the first soil for other type of higher plant growth. So these are the characteristic features of the bryophyte. After telling you about the characteristics of the bryophytes, including the total gametophyte and sporophyte reproductive structures, now next point is bryophyte thallus structure. Thallus, morphology and anatomy. Of bryophyte. And good example of bryophyte is Rixia discolor. Rixia discolor, which is a dioecious in nature. Dioecious means it is unisexual bryophyte. Unisexual means the thallus contain either Anthridium or Archegonium on it. As morphology means the external characters, but the anatomy is the internal characters. So internal characters I will tell you after the external characters of the Rixia. Here the Rixia, which generally shows the dichotomous branching, as the Rixia thallus, one part has taken here. Generally in the Rixia, in the median part there is the small groove is present. In the Rixia there is the external characters where the presence of the unicellular dizoids in case of Rixia. These are generally helpful the absorption of water from the substratum. So rhizoid which present at the ventral surface generally absorb water and mineral from the substratum. Water and mineral from substratum. Substratum means on which Rhexia attach. This is called substratum. There is the here presence of small groove, and beside the two small groove as a large groove also present. This is the large groove which is present in the form of a large gap between the two small groove. Like between two small group, a large group present. Thylus, as on the dorsal surface, generally has the chloroplast present on the dorsal surface, which take part in the photosynthesis process. So, dorsal surface generally chloroplast present. Here, these are chloroplast, and these chloroplast helpful in the photosynthesis process. Presence of the median groove. Here, this is the median groove in the as median groove present in the median part of the dichotomous structure. Here, in the Rhexia, discolored, which is dioecious in nature, it means it is unisexual bryophyte. The thylus contain either Antheridium or the Archegonium on the thylus of the Rhexia. Here I explain here such type of the structure. Suppose this is the one Antheridium which generally has the very small size anthrozoids develop here, and this generally contain the a type of sterile jacket all around, because presence of sterile jacket is the characters of the bryophytes. So this structure is known as anthridiophore, on which Antheridia present. So Antheridia present on the stalk-like structure called anthridiophore. So this is the known as male thylus of Rhexia discolor. Rhexia discolor, which thylus has dorsal surface on which sunlight reaches, and ventral surface has many outgrowths which absorb water and minerals from the substratum called rhizoid. If the one part as TS of the Rhexia thylus has cut, then in the TS Rhexia shows following type of structure. This is the structure of Rhexia in the TS part as discussed here. In the TS of Rhexia, presence of the unicellular outgrowth which generally are of two types. This unicellular outgrowth generally present in the lower epidermis part of the Rhexia explained here. Sometimes presence of the peg-like structure in the inner wall of the rhizoid. Sometimes this is the smooth. Sometimes the smooth structure present inside the unicellular rhizoid, and sometimes there is presence of the page-like structure in the rhizoid. If the page-like structure present, this is called as trabeculate rhizoid. This is called as trabeculate rhizoid. And if the no page-like structure present, this is called smooth rhizoid. So rhizoid are of two types in the Rixia, as these are smooth rhizoid, which has smooth surface inside, or trabeculate rhizoid, which has peg-like projection inside. This is the lower epidermis which contain rhizoid. Beside this, the part which is called as parenchymatous tissue, which generally store the food in it, present in the ventral surface in the Rixia. Here in the Rixia, presence of the parenchymatous tissue for storage, but at the upper surface there is presence of the upper epidermis with very small size gap between the filament, which is called as photosynthetic filament, and presence of upper epidermis, which is abrupt condition. Abrupt means these epidermis are generally has small size pore in it, and these pores are called as air pores. These pores are called as air pores, and the chamber which present between them is called as air chamber. The cell which contain the chloroplast in it, generally chloroplast present in the cell as in the filament. So these filament are referred as the photosynthetic filament. These filament referred as the photosynthetic filament which present at the dorsal surface. And here this is called as upper epidermis in the section, as upper epidermis which abrupt at few places due to presence of air pores by which oxygen enters here and CO2 comes out. The presence of storage tissue, here storage part made by the special cell which is called as parenchyma or parenchymatous tissue, which makes the such storage part. And rhizoid are of two types. So this is the TS of thallus of Rixia. As second diagram, this is the TS of Rixia thallus. In the second diagram, which is TS of Rixia thallus, generally in the TS of Rixia thallus, the study of internal structure in the anatomy I discussed here, and the first diagram is the morphology of Rixia thallus. Here this first diagram is Rixia morphology or Rixia thallus morphology, means external character, as the morphology totally differ than the anatomy. In the Rixia thallus anatomy, two parts are separate, upper part and lower part. Upper part, which has upper epidermis are interrupted due to the presence of many air space or air pores present, and the air space between two filaments called as air chamber. Here two chamber present, then it is written as air chamber. Air chamber are present between the two photosynthetic filaments. These are photosynthetic filament. Lower part, which is parenchymatous tissue, colorless, generally the storage part. So storage part, another name is parenchymatous tissue. And rhizoid are of two types. One is smooth rhizoid, another is trabeculate rhizoid. But rhizoid in the Rixia generally unicellular structure. So rhizoid important character is this is unicellular structure, and another property is it is unbranched structure. So unicellular and unbranched structure are unicellular unbranched rhizoid present in the Rixia. This is the character of the morphology and anatomy. Here I told you thylus morphology and anatomy of bryophytes. As I discussed the morphology in which the external structure, external characters or external structure has studied. But in case of anatomy, internal characters are studied. I took the good example of Rixia, this color, which is dioecious. Dioecious means unisexual bryophyte. The thylus which shows dichotomous branching, it means the each side two branches arises, and this dichotomous TS when used, then it shows the two surface, dorsal surface and ventral surface. Ventral surface generally has the unicellular and unbranched rhizoid, which are two types. One is smooth rhizoid and another is trabeculate rhizoid. Trabeculate rhizoid has peg-like structure inside the rhizoid. The ventral surface, which has parenchymatous tissue, which is called as storage part, and the dorsal surface has many filaments of the cells, which generally called as photosynthetic filaments, because it contains chloroplast in the cell. The small pores formation occur at the upper epidermis, which is called as air pores, and the large chamber present the air, which is called as air chamber between two filaments. In this way, you study the thylus morphology and anatomy of bryophytes as discussed. Please like, subscribe and share my Super Classes channel. Thanks.